This is how to buy an e-bike for 2026. So the first thing I find myself asking our customers is, who are you riding with? If you're the type of rider who's going out alone, the world's your oyster. You can pick any e-bike you want. But if you find yourself riding with other people on e-bikes, we're gonna have to know what they're riding. If they're on the full power e-bikes, you're gonna wanna join them with a full power. Because if you get a lightweight and they're on the full power, they're gonna leave you in the dust, and that's not gonna be very fun. On the other hand, if you're the type of rider that rides with really fit people, you wanna take the edge off a little bit, be able to climb with them, have a conversation, a lightweight e-bike is great. And if you're riding alone, lightweight, full power, that's up to you. We've found in our experience that the majority of people riding alone tend to enjoy the full power motor, go a little bit faster. It's kind of a different experience. You're like breaking into corners on the climb. It's super unfamiliar and very fun in a way. Now you're gonna wanna consider your motor. It's not gonna be the biggest decision you need to make, but you want something that's reliable. Right here, I've got the DJI motor installed on the new Druid Core E by Forbidden. And so far, we've been having some really good luck with this one. We also highly recommend the Bosch motors. They've been fantastic. The Shimano one too, it's got a torque sensor in it, it's really nice. There are a few others that we've had some warranty issues with, but the support's been really good, and that's something that you should consider is, am I buying into something that's gonna last me more than a few years? Usually the warranty for an e-bike is about 2 years on the battery or motor. Some of them will vary a little bit, but keep that in mind. Do you plan on keeping the bike for 2 years, or do you wanna go longer than that, or are you gonna flip your bike every year? That makes things a little bit easier to choose. Now I'm from the camera world, that's my background in sales. I came to the bike world and I was surprised to see DJI make a motor. What I'm expecting from DJI is to see shorter cycles of products that bike brands aren't really used to. So a product cycle on the electronics world is usually about a year. These things, they come out with a new one every season, sometimes even more than that. What DJI does is they'll take a product, and then the next year they have the new one, and the old one becomes kind of like a cheaper alternative to the new one. Bike brands are gonna have to adapt to this because this is gonna be a much faster product cycle than they're used to, which is typically 4 years or so. I would really love to see motors be interchangeable and those mounts become somewhat universal, but for the time being, that doesn't seem to be the case. And sometimes it's hard when you buy something and then the next year it's already, outdated. I think it's important to realize that these products are all fantastic, and if you're buying one, you just have to know that this is going to be very, very good for a number of years. This arms race to make the fastest or strongest motor, I don't think is really all that useful. It's probably going to be toned back at some point, like we're seeing bikes getting a little bit steeper on their head tube angles. We went really far, now we're pulling back. I think we're going to see something like that happen too. So just be careful with that. There is going to be a new one next year. That's always going to be the thing with these electronics brands. And that leads us to our last point is buy the bike, not the motor. Really consider the intended use of the bike. For example, the Amflows that we carry are fantastic bikes. They have the DJI motor, but they ride a little bit more like a trail bike. So if you want to smash some stuff and you still want that DJI motor, the Druid Core is definitely going to be a little bit more aligned with that. Just kind of comes back to that first question. It's really who you're riding with, what's the dream, what's the fantasy of how you're going to ride this thing, and try to work back from that. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. If you can, like and subscribe. It helps me keep my job. Otherwise, give us a call at the shop. Send me a DM. We'll be happy to help.